All right, cool. Yeah, I noticed that. I need to check my settings, and I know I corrected it, but I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I'll definitely double check it. Yeah, like I think ever since I changed it, it's been doing that. But I'll definitely thank you for making me aware again of that. I got the participants pulled up so I can mute people just in case it's background noise as well. What's going on, Shelby? All right. So peace and love and abundance to all. How you guys are doing today? So today we're going to be talking about, I forgot the topic that I actually wrote on it, but it's basically what to do. It was a members ideas question, right? And it was what to do. Let's go, because I just dropped it. Look at me, all unorganized. Last week's. Oh, and let me take my thing off so it doesn't go so dang slow. There we go. All right. So it was a member's request, right? And it was day trading steps after joining the Discord, suggestions of what to do and learn in order, right? Let me go to chat. I know somebody's in the chat. Let me see. Oh, I just clicked the wrong thing. Oh, appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Yeah, so I actually think that this is a good class, right? So it's gonna be not a long class, just fairly short, but I'm gonna do it in two different types of ways. I'm gonna do it for new traders, and I'm also gonna do it for experienced traders. And we'll just start off with the new trader, right? And I was gonna say like let's start off like I was the one, but let's just say anybody joining into a Discord, right? The first thing you want to do when you join in a Discord, and let's say, because there's like two different ways you could do it for a new trader, right? Because a new trader could be a little bit experienced and understand somewhat about trading, but possibly not candlesticks and things of that nature, right? They may just know how to grab an alert, how to, enter a call and enter a put and exit out that trade, right? So, excuse me? Okay. So, basically, one of the first things you want to do if you're brand new, and even if you have some type of knowledge, even entering the any kind of Discord, the first thing you want to do is educate yourself, right? That's the first thing you want to do. And that's with anything in life, right? When you start a new job or possibly, joining a new team and it could be any type of sports, football, basketball, hockey, soccer, it doesn't matter, right? When you first join anything, the first thing you do is educate yourself, right? You find out who are your team members, you find out what is your role, what do you have to do, what is your obligations, and how you can fulfill those things, right? So when it comes to anything in life, and especially, coming into the space of trading, you want to educate yourself on anything you do. And a lot of people say that, and what does that mean, right? When one says, well, you have to educate yourself, right? Because I'm just gonna break it down because it may be far-fetched for somebody, right? I know when I heard, hey, educate myself in this space, I just thought, hey, learn about news, learn about this, learn about that. That is educating yourself, right? But when it comes to like educating yourself in this space, what you want to do is like figure out what do you want to do. If you're going to be trading options, what are the main components and options that you have to master or at least understand to be able to be successful in that, right? And one of those components is going to be charts, right? Understanding the candlesticks. Another component is going to be understanding the Greeks, right? Knowing what are options, what are option calls, what are option puts, you know what I'm saying? Another thing when you want to educate yourself in this space is another component, I would say, candlesticks, options, and also relationships. I would say relationships. Why? Because relationships build businesses, right? And also, you never know what you can learn from someone else, right? It doesn't matter what you know. It doesn't matter if you think that person is more successful than you or anything. in life, you can always learn if you choose from one another, right? So that'd be the first step, I would say, for a new beginner. You want to educate yourself, right? And in the Discord, once you come in here, you'll want to start, either at welcome or navigating the chat, right? But welcome is going to shoot you over to navigating the chat. And if you go and you scroll up, any majority of any discourse, but basically this Discord is going to welcome you with beautiful arms, right? Loving arms, and just let you know what you have to do to be able to understand and what to do in the Discord, right? There's also YouTube videos that Jordan has created, as well as she and Lauren, just to further explain and how to utilize the Discord, right? So that's one thing you want to do, start at the welcome, start at if they have like a meet the moderators, or for you to start to get aware of the moderators and analysts and things of that nature. Let me throw this up real quick so I can mute a couple of people. All right, Jay, we're just gonna mute you real quick, brother. All right, so you could do things of that nature, right? Just before you want to do any type of research behind the moderators and stuff like that, you're still educating yourself, right? Because you're new in this space. So you'll want to come down in this Discord, come down to the educational tab, and we have a lot of different educational tabs that you can learn from past recordings from the moderators doing classes, or live classes and things of that nature, from Avery, from Zay, from Jordan, and as well as from me, right? Also Lauren, different things, as well as she. So you have basic stock educations, right? There's a lot of different things in here in Forex for each thing that we provide inside of this Discord, right? So you have to make sure that you're utilizing this and asking questions. So the next thing I would say from number one of just educating yourself would be build a strategy, right? You want to, let me go ahead and go to the chat real quick, just in case somebody has a question. Sometimes, okay, I'll come, let me see. Sean says, sometimes I got that everybody hates Chris Luck. The price for a symbol will suddenly drop the second I purchase a call option, and vice versa for a put option purchase. I have made successful big moves, but I need to get my skills sharpened to stop getting burnt when the pot is hot. Definitely understand that. I had everybody hate Chris Luck too, joining discourse and things of that nature, right? And that falls into like education and understanding the candlesticks, and understanding these levels and support and resistance. But I think I'm gonna touch, I'll get back to this question. I don't know if it was more so of a statement, but I'll get back to this and elaborate on it. But I think that I'm gonna touch on it as I get further along in the class. So I'm gonna come right back to that, right? So let me see, thank you. You're more than welcome, absolutely. Thank you. So what I would say, like number two would be like, build on a strategy, right? Build on a strategy, and as well as you're building on a strategy, you want to build on a trading plan, right? And what do I mean by when I say you want to build on a strategy? So when you're building on a strategy, you want to start understanding, okay, what strategy do I want to use, right? What do I want to utilize when trading? Do I want to utilize support and resistance? Like, let me bring it over to the chart. Do I want to utilize support and resistance, right? I got a lot of lines on this chart. Let me just throw trip up. Throw them up on a bigger time frame, right? Do I want to utilize some resistance, or do I want to utilize some support, right? And I don't really like that support. Well, no, it's a good support, but it's a better range from here. Oh, it dropped right with the wick. But long story short, do you want to trade support and resistance, right? Do you want to trade the strat, right? And that's going to be these numbers, right? Do you want to trade the strat? Do you want to trade what your EMA's on, right? And all of these are different strategies. Trading with EMAs is one strategy. Trading a strat, that's one strategy. Trading support and resistance, that's also another strategy. trading supply and demand, that's also another strategy, similar to support and resistance, but there's some indifference in it, right? Well, let's say, hey, Moody, well, I don't do none of that mumbo jumbo. What I like to do is trade patterns. I look for cup and handles, or whatever the case may be, possibly a head and shoulder, right? Well, since you like to trade patterns, well, that could fall into your trading plan, and what patterns you like to trade, right? Choose maybe 2 to 3 bullish patterns, and then you choose 2 to 3 bearish patterns, or they could be the inverse of that pattern, right? Say if you use a cup and handle, you can use a cup and handle, then you can use a head and shoulders, and then let's say you can use a morning star, right? The opposite of those patterns is going to be an inverse cup and handle, an inverse head and shoulders, and an evening star, right? So that's how you start building that's how you start building on your strategies, not only your strategies, but your trading plan, right? Because those will fall into that, and you'll know, hey, just like I forgot what class it was, but I do remember when Jordan was making people aware of the scanner that Finviz provides. Well, I don't know if it was Chartmill, but I know he also talks about Chartmill very often. But if you trading a certain strategy, maybe the break of the RSI, right, that Moody talks about a lot on the 50 mark, you can put that, right, you can implement that into the scanners, and that's all you're looking for when you're trading, right? So that's number 2. I would say, like, build on a strategy, right? And also, before I go on to, like, say, like, number 3, what I would say also for number 2, while you're building on these strategies, give it time, and give yourself time also to be successful, right? Sometimes we're often hard on ourselves, and we want to manifest things instantly, and we want instant gratification, right? Because that's what we're used to. But we have to put in that work. You have to, at least, if you're not going to trade a bull flag anymore because you were going for this bull flag that it was creating, it was flagging down, but it just broke all the way down. So you're like, you know what? I don't like these bull flags no more. And say you tried it again, and it's just like, it failed again. It looked like it was going to break, and it failed, right? That was just 2 attempts, right? Out of what? 2. So give it time. And when I say time, you want to have enough data to say, okay, hey, trading bull flags suck. Every time I tried trading bull flags, I tried it at least 20 times, and out of 20 times, 18 times I failed. Only 2 times were successful, right? Now you have some data to go off of. Now that's when you hear some people say, oh no, I have trauma, I'm not trading this, or I'm not doing that. Why? Because they just haven't had luck with that strategy, or they are not utilizing it correctly, right? So you got to give yourself time. I would say number 3, engage with members. Why? So that you can find people, or so you can find an individual or a group of people, right? Of course, like-minded, but that you can work with, that you can ask questions with, right? Let me bring it back into the Discord, right? And that goes into, okay, now we're jumping into the general chat, but we're not going to stay in the general chat, right? Because if you're new, this could create a lot of FOMO. Dang, where's the general chat? Past it. No, it didn't. It's all the way down here. Man, all these resources. Hold on. Chill out. Dang. Wow. All right. Give me some time. It's going to slow on my end as well. But yeah, this is when you go to the general chat, and I'm just going to scroll up real quick. And, I always like to find some type of, we got Eartha right here. We got MK Views. MK Views chatting with Quinn. MK Views and Quinn, they chat a lot. Well, I wouldn't say a lot, but it's becoming more often now, right? And it could also be from Quinn just jumping on the MSCs, and not only the MSCs, just providing to show his portfolio and just his performance with the other analysts. Let me mute this person real quick. And the other analysts, right? So you have that. Bless 13, shout outs to you, bro. Let's keep scrolling up. You got Shay Dub talking with Candace, right? Candace talks to everybody. I see that, right? And she's always engaging with people, right? You got Britt here. Britt's always engaging with people. One thing I noticed with her, she's only engaging about resources and money. Like, hey, let's get this, let's get that. You know what I'm saying? But these people are always engaging with each other. And not only that, they're motivating each other and keeping each other up. Like, you got this, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's going to relate to her if that's her culture and things of that nature. That's why I'm saying engage. You never know the people that you will meet. And it'll bring me up to like my next thing that I want to mention. Like, when you're engaging with other members and you're new, they're new too, right? So one thing that happens is your learning curve shortens. Why? Because you now get to learn from that person, and you get to learn from their mistakes and learn from their wins as you're learning from yourself as well, right? But on top of that, the beautiful thing is, I'm not sure if people, and I'm more than positive that people are doing it, right? Even when I joined Discourse, I've gotten on the phone, on Zooms with plenty of different members and just charted stuff, live traded. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey man, like, and just started a little small community on just like, hey guys, let's see like where our skills are at. You know what I'm saying? We charted at night together whenever we had the time. Let me go to the chat real quick. Give me a second. All right. Oh, it's Jordan. Jordan blowing it up. Make me co-host. Let me help me. Oh, appreciate you, bro. Let me see. Moody be learning how to do all this. Where is Jordan? Boom. Make co-host. Wow. Appreciate you, bro. OD Wiz on the co-host. Got it. Cool. Continue. Bro, chill out. You're co-host now too, bro. So yeah. That goes. Let me go back to the chat. It's probably Jordan. No, that's Eartha. Thanks for the invite. You're more than welcome. Absolutely. No, that's not Eartha. That's Erica. I'm sorry. You're more than welcome, Erica. All right. So number 4, learn and earn. Right. Learn, like, it's always great to learn and earn, right? Because with me, I just don't believe in paper trading. And it's because I tried it and I forgot all about it. And I was like, oh, hell no. I don't even want to try it again. Let me see. Gotta run, bro. Appreciate you, D-Wiz. Hey, look, that was perfect, Jordan. But let me keep the...
You ready, Zoe?
So I could mute Q. Let me come all the way up here. There we go. Erica, I had to mute you. So 4, learn and earn, right? You always want to learn it. Hold on. My bad, guys. Isaac, I gotta mute you. East, I gotta mute you. All right, so basically you want to learn and earn. And when you learn and earn, what does that do? Right? Well, 1, you're gonna make money. On the other hand, you may lose money, right? But it's a risk that you're taking, and everything in life is a risk, right? But the good thing about learning and earning, to me, is the fact that your emotions are on the line. You get to, your hands start sweating. Like, I know certain things because I was a beginner. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you're a beginner and you're telling me that a trade gets put out, or you feel like jumping in this trade and your hands don't start to sweat, you're not trading. You know what I'm saying? Because that happens. Like, well, that's just my experience. But I got nervous in the beginning. Like, I'm like, dang, am I doing it right? I'm over here like, hold on, okay, I'm buying five calls. Okay, what's the price? Hold on, why this different than what the premium was? Hold on, I'm paying more. Oh, okay, bid and ask. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. And even when people told me, hey, you have to learn the Greece, and even when I was studying the Greece, a lot of times, majority of the time, even when I learned about the Greece, I did not. Let me read people. I did not. Whatchamacallit, look at the Greeks. I looked at the Greeks after the fact that I jumped in the trade, and then noticed like, oh dang, these Greeks suck. You know what I'm saying? And then I noticed that I still didn't jump out the trade. you know what I'm saying? And still broke even or whatever the case may be, or took my little small profits. But long story short, that's what learning and earning can do. It puts your emotions on the line, right? And I'm just not a big fan of paper trading. I'm not going to shoot it down. Paper trading helps a lot of other people. For me, it just didn't help me because I forgot about it. And since I forgot about it, I understood that my emotions weren't attached. So what that taught me was, okay, I need to disattach my emotions from like me trading. That's hard to do, right? Because it's like, how can you just take away your emotions, something that you just been dealing with since you was a child? You know what I'm saying? How you get mad, how you get sad, how you get happy, excited. Like, these are triggers that are with you, and you have to understand these triggers, right? So for me, I just didn't like it because it didn't give me any type of emotions. But for a lot of other people, it works, right? Me, once Robinhood, the watch list came out, when I was doing my one-on-ones, I was able to help a lot of my mentees and a lot of other people utilize the option watch list on Robinhood to build confidence. And I've seen that with data with different people that will come back to me and be like, Moody, appreciate you, man. This built my confidence so much. I trust myself now. I wasn't trusting myself. And it's because they followed what I told them. Like, hey, you don't trust yourself, and you're not going to allow yourself to trust yourself if you don't take the risk, right? There's now a new tool on Robinhood. And if you don't want to give yourself the risk with your money, at least give yourself the risk with, this is paper trading, but it's differently, right? Because it's completely different than paper trading, and it has the metrics of options in it, right? But long story short, now you're able to see, oh, dang, okay, you know what? I got to keep working up. I got to brushing up on my thing. I just chose a swing, and we woke up the next day and we were 50% down, 30% down, and it just kept dragging down. Okay, now I know not to hold plays like that, especially when the market opens or even when it starts to recover. Okay, different scenario. Hey, I chose to do these 3 swings, and guess what? Each one of them then went like 60, 70%. And I would have never took these unless, you told me about this, Moody. And it's just like, that builds confidence. And even though it's not real money, it was still a real action. It was still a real thought, right? Don't discredit yourself. You thought about it, you saw it on the chart, you aim for it, you hit your target. Okay, now let's practice that. Let's build that confidence. Now let's bring it over to real money, right? And let's just stay calm, right? It's all a development. But and then another thing that I would say with like learn and earn is when you're in this process, you want to really identify what kind of trader you are. And I want to nail it down like this. When you're figuring out what type of trader you are, it's very personal. You will never be Moody. You will never be Jordan. You can inspire to be Zay, right? But the thing is, these moderators or analysts can motivate you, right? And can give you courage and encouragement. But it's all going to happen within you. It's when you start to realize, okay, this is a different world. How do I want to play this? When you played Mortal Kombat, or you played NBA 2K or NFL or hockey, whatever whatever sport or any kind of fun activity that you've done, you knew the rules, but you still did it your way. You go to work today and you know the policies, you know the guidelines, but you still do it your way. No one can take that from you. And that's how it is when it's on the chart. How you are in real life, that's how you're going to perform on the charts as well. And I would say when you're in this process, you may hear like, okay, well, I want to be a swing trader. So Marianne, why would you want to be a swing trader? Well, Moody, I want to be a swing trader because I have a job, and I have children, and I have to maintain my household. So there's only a limited time that I'm able to look at the charts and things of that nature. All right, cool. Now, let's say, I forgot the name I try to use. I was about to say Miranda, and I think that's a different name. But anyway, so Miranda, we'll use Miranda. So Miranda started swing trading for possibly 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And guess what? It hasn't been working out for Miranda. She has gotten 2 wins, but let's say she gotten 10 losses, right? Miranda's losing money. So Miranda comes talk to Moody and I'm like, okay, cool, great. You try to be a swing trader, right? You thought that that's what you was identifying with because you was looking at your lifestyle and what you can do. Maybe you're not a swing trader. That's just, it's because you're occupied and you have things to do. And that is okay. You do not have to put those things on the back burner to trade. Okay, do you have a day off? Maybe you're a scalper and a day trader trying to be a swing trader, but hey, maybe you just need to trade on your day off. Maybe you just need to trade when you're off work, and maybe you actually work the night shift and you're available to trade in the morning or possibly in the afternoon after you get a little bit of sleep, right? But when you're identifying with who you are as a trader, you start to learn, okay, I'm a day trader, I'm a scalper. Okay, even though I want to swing, I'm going to learn how to swing. But the days that I'm off now, or when I take some PTO, this is when I'm going to trade. And you'll start to see how successful you are, right? So yeah, let me go to the chat real quick. I see a couple of people were saying some things. Sorry. Oh no, you good. No, like you good. You ain't do nothing wrong. You ain't gotta say sorry. Yep. Heard that thumping hard. Last one alive. I didn't take paper trading seriously because I felt like it wasn't my money, so I wasn't focused. And that was from Candace. Yeah, and that's how I was as well. Like I lost focus. I didn't remember, and I remember to this day it was on Webull, and it was CMG. And when I looked at it, I was in crazy profits, but I was like, wait, I don't even know what the heck I did. What? And then I was like, I had to buy shares. This don't even like, because now I started understanding what I'm doing. I'm like, this don't even make sense. Like, I'm buying shares and I'm trading. This don't make sense. This is not options. I make $1 every dollar the share goes up. I made 20 or 40 or 100 every time the underlying stock goes up, depending on the Greeks. And that's why I say those metrics are not in paper trading, right? They're in option trading, like option watch list. Man, as a newbie, I've blown accounts small and big based on plays I thought were legit. Yeah, I have too. No play in the world is legit. Even for me, I know how dope I am on the charts, but I'm not a psychic. You know what I'm saying? Mary Lynn, I'm not a psychic. So say you could have blown an account with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just how the dices roll. This game is about capitalizing on your wins and cutting your losses very quick. You know what I'm saying? Because we know we're going to lose. We're going to lose, but we don't have that mindset of, hey, we're going to lose. We're like, we're going to win. We're going to win. Oh, okay. I took a loss. Okay. That's it. We're messing up this probability. We're back on our win streak, you know, and then it's just about taking high probability trades. But if you stick with us, I promise you that we will definitely drop plays that you'll capitalize on and make some profits on. And not only that, what I would definitely promise you is that you will learn from us. If you ask questions, right? We don't spoon feed people. We do at times, but you know, and that's just because we're passionate. But as long as you ask questions, definitely your development should speed up. All right, so that's like for new traders, that's kind of like, that's basically kind of it, because it's gonna fall right over into like more experienced traders, right? So it falls right into it. So I'm gonna talk more about more so experienced traders and what you would like to do, but it still falls into the new traders and how you would like to align it. But before I go into that, I just want to say, like, before all of this, right? You want to, and Jordan preaches a lot about this. You want to look for your why. You want to understand, what is my why, right? And I'm over here just on this girl. But you want to understand, like, what is my why? And why am I doing this? You know what I'm saying? Is it to get a new house? Is it to get a new car? Is it to gain a new skill set, right? Is it to retire my mom? You know, is it to retire myself, right? Is it to get married? You know, what are your whys, and hold them, anchor them into your subconscious. So the days that you're winning, right? You're thinking about that, but especially the days that are hard, right? Because that's what's gonna lift you up, those whys, right? And also I would say just having that Kobe mentality, right? Just pushing yourself to the next level and to the next level and to the next level, right? Whenever you feel like you've done enough, F that. No, you haven't. Let's keep going. No one has done enough, right? You got to keep going. If you've done enough, you will wake up the next day not wanting to do anything. And that's impossible. You know, the dream is, even when you want to be successful, like if you, success to me is measured in happiness. That's what success is measured to me. It's my happiness and the happiness that I bring to others, right? And what I understand now about success and about this wealth game is that even if you have a dollar amount, you'll never stop creating new goals. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I measure my success and happiness, because I've heard a lot of people measure it in money and materialistic things, right? So I measure it in how many lives can I change? How many other people can I make happy? Because I feel like that makes a bigger difference than the wealth that I can obtain on planet Earth, right? It doesn't leave with me, but what is the legacy that I'm going to leave behind, right? I'm going to leave a legacy, but also Tupac left a legacy, Malcolm X left a legacy, Martin Luther King left a legacy, but he's still in a lot of people's hearts. And, you know, I think that that's what success is, right? Let me see, definitely learning since I've joined. Appreciate it, blessed 13, blessed 13. But yeah, you know, just having that coping mentality. Like sometimes I ask myself, when Bill Gates, when Warren Buffett, when Kobe, when Jay-Z, when Nas were when they felt like they were at their peak, how did it feel to keep pushing through and find a new peak and be like, wow, there's no peak. You just continue to move mountains, you know, if you allow yourself to. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then before we move on, I would say set baby goals. Set a goal for yourself, but then when you set that goal, whatever goal it is, even if it's something small, set baby goals to it. Right? You always want to set goals, and you want to write down, okay, every single day of this week, if I continue to do this, would it get me closer to my goals? Right? And that's how you start completing big goals, or goals that you think that are unachievable, when you just break them down, right? And not focus on, dang, this is a lot that I have to do. Once you just start breaking it down and you start putting them in the compartments, it just seems so much more easier, right? So let me turn this page. Progress. Let me go ahead and mute that. And give me a second. If y'all have any questions, please drop them in the chat. Unmute yourselves. Let me know. Let me go ahead and get a drink of water real quick. But just give me about a minute, if you don't mind. Thank you. All right, cool. So, all right. So this is more so for experienced traders, but this is for new traders as well, after you at least done the first couple of things. And these are not rules or anything. I promise you, I wrote all of this down 10 minutes before I did my class. This is just things that I've done myself and that I've realized and understood that actually works, right? So this is number one, but I guess it'll be like number 6 to the new traders. But number 1 would be for experienced traders. What does the Discord have to offer? Right? When you're experienced and you know a little bit about charts, and you know a little bit about this or that, or at least how to navigate through the Discord, right? You want to ask yourself, what does the Discord has to offer, right? Like you can see here, I'm in plenty of Discords, plenty, right? There's some that they're in boxes, and there's a whole bunch of them in there in the boxes, but I'm in plenty of different Discords, right? And even Discords that I started when I began, I still go back and just see what they're talking about and still learn, because I'm always a student, right? So you want to look at Martin Stocks Club. What does Martin Stocks Club have to provide, right? So let's just start from the top. You guys won't see this stuff, but at the end of the day, it starts at welcome, right? What are they talking about at welcome? And I know I kind of already went through it a little bit, so I'm not going to go verbatim or anything back through this, but it's letting you know, at least, you know, how to use our chat. Service map, right? Service expectations, frequently asked questions, right? You can go check out all 4 of these real quick, and then definitely service rules, right? Definitely check out the server rules, but you already know, even if you don't have any, you should have experience, but for the new traders, if you have no experience, the rules are most likely going to be, you know, to respect one another, right? And don't start arguments or disrespect anyone, and as well as the moderators and analysts as well, right? Join here, teaching people how to join, because Jordan had this group free since it first started. Even when people were paying for it, they were, I don't know how many people noticed it, but the educational and everything was free. The classes was free, because his whole plan and our plan was to just educate people, right? Give people the experience, but not only the experience, the research, the resources, and as well as the tools. If we give you, and we understand, if we give you the resources and tools, okay, now we also have to provide our time and experience, so you guys understand this stuff and digest it and be able to navigate in this space correctly, right? So, you know, Lauren developed this and dropped it for you guys. Questions, getting access, you know, after you join, or how to get access and things of that nature, letting you know, hey, latest, check in with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? His trading courses, which are free. You know what I'm saying? And our moderators, but definitely check in with Jordan. This is his Discord. Why not? Hey, Jordan, how you doing? Thank you for having me, man. Is there anything that I can be doing right now? I'm new at this. Hey, yeah, definitely go to number 5 right here and check out my free trading courses. That can definitely help you in your learning curve, as well as you start watching our classes or tapping into our classes, right? So don't always think of like, okay, well, let me try to go get a one-on-one with Moody or with Jordan. You can, absolutely, why not? But if there's a plenty of free resources here, why not utilize those? And if you don't know that, right, that's why we have these classes, to be able to speak on that and to be able to make you aware of that. But you guys have to be able to you know, join these classes. And that's why we have them throughout the weeks and in different times, because we understand that some people are at work, some people aren't at work, right? So that's one thing that you want to do. Check out those tabs, like at welcome. From welcome, you know, she's already letting you know, go to how to use the tab. I'm not going to go through the whole entire Discord, because we have videos on this, right? And you can go to specific tabs and they have videos on how to filter through all of these things. And Jordan, the whiz that he is, even though he be flying and on vacations, he's always making some type of time to see, okay, what is the Discord missing that can help people, you know, navigate through this more? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, Loretta. But you know what I mean? Definitely, that's just me. Maybe not for everybody, but check out the daily scriptures, right? This hits home for a lot of people. I know it definitely hits home for me, right? Because I know I'm a spiritual being, right? And I also know a lot of people are religious, but you could come here and get an abundant amount of not only energy and positivity, but wisdom, right? And something that you can take with you to start your day, right? And that's what I love about this Discord. It's like, even if you need a place for motivation, you may not want to trade. There's plenty of people here paying a lifetime subscription that are not trading. and they're in this Discord and personally has told us, and it's just to receive the information, but not only the information, truly the energy and the love and positivity, right? So definitely check out the daily scriptures, right? It can, I promise you, it can take, if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed and you read something Lauren just posted that she just decided that she had read this morning and wanted to put it out for you guys, trust me, it can change your day. It's all perception, right? You know, of course, you can always check the trade recaps. Jordan does his best, or I'm sorry, not Jordan, but he's the one that's, you see, that's posting it, but his social media team, right, is does a good job at, you know, just keeping some content just posted and letting you know how these trades are going, and right, and it's collectively through Jordan and the rest of the moderators, and as well as the analysts, right? So you just scroll down, of course. I'm not going to go through all of these, but hit the testimonials, right? People are not forced to do testimonials. And even if I ask you like, hey, drop it in the testimonials, I'll let, if it's in your heart, do it. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want people to just drop testimonials. If you have this in your heart, drop those testimonials. So when new people come in that are, their names are in white, they start to see that stuff. And they're like, wow, it's amazing. And now that I'm seeing that, I'm just like, wow, I love the fact that Jordan makes it open, because you'll have these new members that are come in here and making great gains, but not only making great gains, but hey, let's say they didn't get a subscription. It doesn't bother us. We're happy about the fact that you came in here and you took that risk and you pulled that trigger and you made you some money. And also on top of that, you know, you could come here whenever you want and you're still learning. You know what I'm saying? So that's just beautiful. But let me not get long-winded. So what do they have to offer, right? You want to look at what are the resources they have, right? So when I say resources, you want to come down here, right? These are not like resources. These are just letting you know, some of them could be resources, right? But like right here, trading courses, that's a resource, right? So let me take that back real quick, right? Let's go ahead and rewind that wheel. So when we go down to number 5 and trading apps, yes, all of this is resources. So I will take that back. You just have to go in here, and it depends on how you perceive it, right? So you go into trading apps and you go straight into here. If you don't know what broker to use, Jordan has what do they call it? Referrals, where you can just click this, right? You can click this and get some free stocks, and he'll get some free stocks, right? Or not only that, if you start asking questions, she's going to pop out of nowhere because she is support team, right? She's going to make sure that you are success. You have the tools to be successful. She's going to help navigate you right with your success. Like, hey, what are you look? She's not going to make you successful. You can't be like, hey, what do I need to do? And this and this and that. She's going to do the most. She is so nice that she'll try to do whatever she can, right? But it's always best to ask questions and things of that nature. Like, hey, what broker should I use? Hey, Weeble, hey, let me send you a referral real quick. Let us both make some money in this process as we're learning, right? So take advantage of those things. The free courses, that's a resource that we have, right? You can also just keep scrolling down. The class schedules, that's a resource, right? Letting you know when the classes are, right? And they're updated. And Jordan does his best to keep this updated even when we change classes. But even if something comes about, because we all have a life, we'll make sure that we alert people in our channels, right? And let you know, hey, we may be running late, or we're going to push this class a little further back, right? But you can scroll down, and now you're seeing, well, let me just go ahead and tell you, when you're looking for what a Discord has to offer, you want to look for resources, you want to look for tools, right? You want to look for bots. That was funny that I said that, right? I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to bring it back to the bots, right? Because I'm going to elaborate on that one. You also want to look for bonuses, right? What are the perks that this Discord comes with, right? Not all Discord comes with bonuses, right? What are the perks that come with this Discord? Also, do they do giveaways? Hey, I like to get free stuff. Why not? You know what I mean? Do they give back to the community that they're helping grow? You know what I'm saying? That says a lot about them, right? So do they do giveaways? And just bringing it back, do they have bots, right? I'll talk more about the resources and tools, but do they have bots? Why? Somebody asked me why in the chat. Moody, why did you just say bots? No problem. No problem, Jordan. Y'all don't really got to do that. I was just joking. But long story short, why bots? Because let's say Zay is sick and he is out. And God bless him, may he not be sick. Say Zay's sick and he's out. Where is Zay? Sorry, right here. Then he may not put something out today, right? And you're waiting for Zay to put something out, or you may be waiting for Avery to put something out, right? If you're not waiting for Avery to put something out, you may be waiting for Moody to put out some levels or to see if he's going to put out a trade today, right? And look, keep in mind also, Avery will be having class tonight, book club class, right? So make sure if you didn't read your chapter, at least, just throw it on the YouTube and listen to what that chapter had to talk about, right? So you could be able to engage with her and be able to ask her questions that can really help you in your journey, right? But you may be waiting for Moody or Jordan, you know what I'm saying? And let's just say we're all out, right? If you have, and Lethal Swings is out, Ava's out, Pastor's out, right? Because it's more of us, right? Let's just say Jay's out, right? You or any one of the analysts that the Discord has to provide, right? I don't want to just forget anybody. Let's just say Bane's out or something like that. If you scroll down and you have the bots, you got Flow Algo, you got a Shrap trading bot, right? So if Moody doesn't put out any levels, you have the Shrap bot to go off of, right? And that's why I said it's really important also for a Discord to have bots. Why? Because now you know, okay, cool. This Discord is at least investing into itself. Because you have to pay for this. None of this stuff is free. None of this stuff, a dark pool print, you know what I'm saying? Algos, all of that stuff, a flow bot, order bots, large sweeps, none of this stuff is free, right? But now these are, I was explaining the resources, right? But bots are like tools. Now these are tools. If you're working or whatever the case may be, you can utilize these things. You can utilize Trendsetter's watch list, right? Which is a daily watch list. You know what I'm saying? And not only that it's a daily watch list, let's say the Discord's too noisy or something like that, you can get with Jordan and you can have this email directly to your phone. Directly to your phone where, okay, cool, now I'm seeing this, I'm gonna chart this up. Hey, let me go ask an analyst if they have time to let me know if these levels are right, right? So that'd be like number one for the more experienced people. Like, you want to make sure that the Discord has resources, tools, bots. They and then they don't have to have bonuses or do giveaways, but those are just nice perks to have, right? Also, you want to make sure that the moderators and that the analysts are actually active in the Discord and they're actually, responding to questions. It's not about Zooms and stuff like that, because we know that this doesn't happen. What we do in this Discord does not happen in other Discords. People are not just having a class every single day and things of that nature for 3-4 hours, doing live tradings and stuff like that. You may have live trading, but it'll be live trading for 30 minutes or an hour, right? And it's just because I've been in Discord before. So you want to do those kind of things. Second, I would say, since you're experienced and even for the new traders, now this is when the gritty comes in. Start researching the analysts, right? I'll talk about myself or Jordan. I've researched every single other analyst. But one thing, like, you can research me, of course, look at the Discord, see what Moody was talking about from when he first started in this Discord. How was his trades, things of that nature? Why do people like Moody? What attracts people to Moody? What skill sets do Moody have? After doing that, I'm not gonna pull it all up, but that's when you start taking it to social media now. You go into the Facebooks, you go into the Twitters, the Instagrams, the YouTubes, right? How long has this person been teaching this stuff? How long has this person been trading, right? You know what I'm saying? How long has this person been speaking how this person has been speaking? Okay, Moody says he's a positive person. Let's see. Go through his Facebook. Let's scroll all the way 3 years ago. Let's see the bull crap you was talking about. That's what I do with people. and I'm gonna know if you're lying to me or not. And I know, hey, should I engage with this person? Should I build with this person? Should I learn from this person? Right? Because you have to always educate yourself, right? And that, even though it's researching, that's educating yourself, right? So you want to research the mods, right? Follow their Twitters, their Instagram, see what they're talking about, ask them questions. You know what I'm saying? Ask them questions about their journey, because at the end of the day, hearing someone else's story and their experience will truly help you, right? Depending on your perception of it, right? So not to drag that out. So number three, I would say, and it falls into some of the things that I said in New Traders, is to build relationships, right? Relationships build businesses. Relationships are strong, right? You know about Microsoft because there was a risky, ballsy person that just believed in what he thought, right? And he also had relationships, right? Regardless of the fact if it's one owner, co-owner, it doesn't matter. We know who owns it, right? But long story short, someone helped that individual, right? So that individual had to ask questions, had to get something granted to him, and it was through the relationships that individual has built. And that's why I say relationships build businesses, relationships build empire, right? Like, and even in the investing world, you invest into great companies, into great businesses that the business model just works. It's proven, right? But you also, what do you invest into? Ideas. Where do the ideas come from? A human, a being, right? So relationships build businesses. So that's one thing I would say. Engage with members. You never know who you'll be talking to, right? Like, I found out Shay Dub she plans weddings. Hey, never know if my friend needs a wedding planner, right? She also does therapy. I don't know where she lives, but hey, if one of my friends is in her state and they're going through something, now I have someone that I can refer them to, right? And not even in the trading world, you build the relationship. Hey, Jordan, I'm coming to Atlanta. Oh, okay, cool, for a couple of nights or whatever. Yo, Moody, I'm gonna stay at your crib or something like that, whatever the case may be. All right, pull up, because you build relationships, right? So that's very important. Relationships can take you a long way. So number 4 is going to be, just like I said in the beginning, educate yourself. Education is key, right? Educating yourself, and when I say educate yourself, it's about asking questions, right? But not only asking questions, what kind of questions are you asking? Like, how do I research? How do you research, Moody? How did you find these videos? What led you to wanting to watch this specific video, right? Or what did you learn from this video? Like, sometimes, you can always, like, if you ask a question like, hey, what's a good video to watch on supply and demand? Great, appreciate it. Hey, before I watch this video, what's something that you took away from this video that you anchored and that you still remember from this day? Why? Because now you gain that person experience, and now you're about to go watch it and you're going to develop your own experience, right? But you can mesh it with what you just learned. So, things of that nature. And also just asking questions and asking, someone that you may look up to or that's successful or that is killing it in this space, just asking them questions about, researching and how to navigate through this space, not just like, hey, what do you think about Tesla or this or that? That right there will shorten your learning curve. Why? Because that person you're speaking to has watched so many videos already on supply and demand, on support and resistance, or on this, if that person is trading that, right? Or if he's dabbled into that, so he'll be able, or she will be able to direct you in a better place, right? Where you won't be watching 10 videos and you're just like, gosh, man, I just watched this video for 30 minutes and I still didn't understand. But I just watched this video for 5 minutes and I understood. You know what I'm saying? But I watched this video from Moody and it was 2 hours and I ain't want to watch it, but I understood what he was saying. I learned what I wanted to learn, and then I learned extra. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? So always ask questions when you're educating yourself on what should I be doing? What are my, it's not about like, yo, what are my next steps? Because nobody knows what are your next steps. Like, hey, look, this is the difficulties that I am going through. I am running into this wall, right? And I continue to run through this wall. Do you have any suggestions or advice that you can give me that I can take with me to be able to implement for myself, right? So, I was gonna like just go through like the recordings and things of that nature, but I think people could follow along because I wanted to get visuals, but I think people could follow along like with what I'm saying, right? But especially tapping into these classes, but also what I would tell you is when Jordan drops these like 2 a.m.s, like when you know that these were the Friday MSC clubs, tap into that class, tap into what happened after that class, right? It's not just Moody on here because you see this, the Stratton stuff. Jordan is on here educating, motivating people on the charts with me. You know what I'm saying? Just going bananas and going bonkers. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you're gonna learn so much information from here because a lot of people are unmuting themselves and they're asking questions and they're engaging and they're talking. So the MSC clubs, I promise you, you will gain a lot of information. This right here, this is not normal. I promise you, you will not see this in no other Discord. There's no one that's going on a Friday night. He does his class at 9 o'clock and then unmutes everybody at 10 o'clock. Moody even jumps on and we all go, look, last night's 7-hour Zoom session recording, 7 hours of pure information and knowledge and resources and tools, right? And experience. So, you just gotta want it. You gotta want it and you gotta go for it. You know what I'm saying? It's right in your face. Just go for it. Hi, Moody. I'm your biggest fan. This is Stan. Yo, dude, this is funny, bro. Let me go to the chat real quick. Facts, no printer. I love Fridays. I'll be back though. I'll be back though. No, that's a fact. But yeah, so number 5, this is the end. This is the end. I said a lot, right? Remember that Egypt, they normally say Roman stuff, but Egypt was not built in a day. Rome was not built in a day. Look at society. Look at where we're at. We have cars. We have EV cars. We literally have a television on our hands as we brag about, I don't watch television, I don't watch television. We all watch television. I be bragging about it. I don't watch television. Bro, television is right in your hand. You're watching the television right now as you're watching me on Zoom. But the beautiful thing is you get to choose what you watch now. That's the excitement. Now, do you choose to watch something that's going to ascend your spirit or elevate your education and knowledge and skill sets? Or are you going to let the smartphone play you? Or are you going to be smart with the smartphone? I don't know. I'm just weird. I don't know how I came up with that. But yeah, so you just got to always remember, okay, cool. Someone else's success, just because it took this person 3 months, is not going to take you 3 months. It could take you 2 months. It could take you a week. It could take you 3 years. Just because it took this person 3 years does not mean that it's going to take you 3 years, right? And, and I'm going to just be honest. Truly, like, here, I think I could share. See, I thought I was going to be doing a lot. That's why I took off my camera, but hold on real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Truly, it's oneself, but it's like I had a therapy session today, and it's just like what I told my therapist is what I understand, because like going through a lot of my meditation and stuff like that, and just the things that I do to heal myself and just get myself on track, or what I think I'm putting myself on track, right? It was me. It was something in me that said, fuck it, and I want it. But I could have tried to do this 3 years ago and it would have not clicked. it was just my time because God said so. I deserved it at that time. And that's what I realized. You know what I'm saying? Things happen at the right time for you, not at the bad time. It's just like everything in this life happens for you, not against you. It's just how you perceive it. You know, this is happening for you to learn. You know what I'm saying? If you're asking God for strength and, and you get yourself in a little pickle or in some type of situation, get the strength. That's what you asked for. So be courage enough and be brave. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm learning. But yeah, man, y'all got any questions? Because that basically was the class right there. I know I normally be going crazy and stuff like that, but if y'all got any questions or possibly jump on a charts, definitely just let me know. What y'all want to do. What up though? Did y'all enjoy the class? Did y'all learn from this? Was it good?
Man, Moody, we love you, bro. I ain't gonna cap. I've been in a lot of Discords and like I'm telling a lot, but bro, this is the realest shit that I've ever like been in. Like when it comes to like this option, motivation, just learning. You know, it's great for the Black community and we appreciate everything you do, man. For real. You, Jordan, Avery, Zay, all you guys. Pastor, thank you.
Appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. And I love you too, bro. I love everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody and trust everybody. That's how I live my life. I learned that from DMX. You know what I'm saying? He said, why walk around this life not trusting people and not allowing the experience to happen for you? Why not just trust people and just trust what you see? If that's a thief, trust that he'll steal from you. If that's a genuine person, trust that he'll be genuine to you. If that person is evil, trust that they'll do evil things to you. If that person is positive, trust that that person will be positive to you. You know, we just can't go with the trauma that we endured, right? And not only that we endured, we also accepted that trauma, right? And that's something that we have to be aware and identify with, right? The way someone treats you is the way that you allow that person to treat you.
And Moody, to your point, real quick, the other piece of that, you said something that was so revealing relative to, I deserve this. Because a lot of us, when we went through that trauma, we just feel like, okay, that's us. That's what we go through. So we don't deserve that other piece you talking about, you know, wealth and managing your life and managing your family, managing all the other things that God has bestowed upon you. So I think I really appreciate you saying that, because a lot of times we sit here and we're going through these classes and we may or may not execute. But a lot of times it's because we have trepidation. We have fear. So I appreciate you being open and honest. And like the gentleman just said, you're not going to find a better Discord.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. Those are some really kind words, man. I appreciate that. Seriously. For real, for real. I don't even know what to say to that.
But Moody, you know what the thing that I knew like this was legit Discord is I knew what it was. Is like, and I think I told you and Jordan one time, I had went out on a Friday night and you guys were like, this is when y'all do like the Friday night, all night Zooms, right? And I remember I went out, like I was out with my buddies and, you know, went out for a couple of drinks. I got home about 1 o'clock in the morning, East Coast time. And you guys were still on here. You guys went to like 4 or 5 in the morning. And you guys were like talking about charts, talking about the emotional aspect of trading, the mental, the psychology, everything. And you guys were still on here really going at it for like basically 12 hours. What Discords do that? That's crazy.
Facts.
So that's when I knew, like, okay, they really are here for the people. It's not about just collecting a monthly subscription fee or whatever, promoting anything on Instagram or whatever. You guys really care. We appreciate that.
Facts, bro. And it means a lot to me, seriously, that people understand that and that they see that stuff, bro. Because that's why we do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust and believe. Like, me and Jordan be like, and let me stop saying me and Jordan, because it's Jordan, I, D Wiz, Lauren, Zay, Avery, it's all of us, right? We just be on the phone and we just be trying to figure out, like, what else can we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not enough. This is not enough. No, you know what I'm saying? And shouts out to Jordan. That's why I always be saying Jordan, right? But shouts out to Jordan because he truly, these were his ideas. Yeah, these were my ideas as well, but he gave me this opportunity, right? You wouldn't know me if it wasn't for Jordan. I've been moderators in a whole bunch of other Discords. I've helped out a lot of people. A lot of other people know me in other Discords too, and just outside of Discord. But what the platform that he has created, I'm not in debt to him, but I will always be grateful to him, because this is something that I always wanted to do. Not only, do what I love to do, but help people in the process. That's the ultimate gift for me. Like, what? That's like, bro, when I get DMs and people just be like, bro, I made 3K, or look, bro, I made my first 5K, or like, and I'm never gonna call y'all names out. It's just, that's why I keep going hard, bro. Because I'm just like, man, all right, we gotta change lives. I gotta hear another person tell me they quit their job. But yeah, man, truly appreciate y'all, man. Anybody got anything?
Moody, I got one more question. So
Yeah.
I know a lot of people here just like to listen, listen to your motivation and your teachings and everything. What do you see as a common theme that new traders, even traders that's been in the game for a while, is trying to get their groove back, that maybe trying to like just learn the skill and be more consistent? What are some of the things that you see on a consistent basis that you think that'll help everybody, like just in general, that you kind of see it as like that we're not seeing enough, we're maybe slacking on, or we just need to be more patient when it comes to developing ourselves as a trader? Like, what's the common theme that you're seeing that is a lot of issues for a lot of new traders and inconsistent traders?
Number one, the first thing that jumps out in my brain is mindset. Like, when I be talking to people, it'd be like the mindset that they have of not feeling like they're the shit, not feeling like they the one. Everybody should feel like that. That brings some type of confidence out of you, right? And it's not even that, it's just the mindset of the perception on how people look at things, right? You can hear something, like, we all listen to Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and stuff like that, right? But you can hear someone that's successful, like literally you're a full-time trader and this is what you do every day. And you can, what I will, to answer your question, is like, what I've seen is like, you could give that person literally the answers, not even a multiple choice, like literally the answers. This is what you got to do. This is all you got to do. I promise you, don't trade today, do this. And the thing is, FOMO gets them every single time, their own emotions, and they don't follow their rules. That's what the main thing is the mindset that they have, and they will tell themselves that they have these rules and they just won't follow them. It's a respect thing. I don't want to sound disrespectful. It's just, you asked me a good question, bro, and I just want to like get in depth with it. It's all internal. It's like the individual doesn't respect themselves, right? I mean, it all goes back to like when you at work and your boss tells you, hey, go do this. Regardless if you're happy to do it or mad to do it, you're gonna go do it. But when you get off work and you tell yourself, hey, I want to do this to better my life, or I want to start meditating. Because I know a lot of people that be like, oh, I want to start meditating. I'm like, yo, you meditated? And it's been like 6 months. Nah, I haven't done it yet. Dang, bro. I mean, it just takes 30 seconds. Right? It's just doing it. But that's what I would say. The mindset, people not following their own rules that they set for themselves or that they've gotten from somebody. I see that very commonly. Also, people not understanding positioning sizing. I would say that that's really number one, because even when somebody that I see like they don't have that much confidence in themselves, they still are doing the right things and they're just not as profitable as they want to be. But it's more so the positioning sizing and them not understanding their risk tolerance.
Hey, Moody, real quick before you continue, let me ask you a question with that.
Yeah.
So do you think that's because I think the majority of traders are not. I think one thing I learned about trading, I think that kind of surprised me is like I never was a gambler. I never was a person that was in and out of the casinos, gambling or anything. But it's like I know it's a lot of people, and I hear this a lot on these Zooms with you guys, that people once they start trading options, that their mindset changes. Like it's almost like they're greedy, but it's not trying to be in an intentional way, even though they don't come from a lifestyle of being approached with gambling and being around greed. So I don't know, where do you think that comes from?
That stems from like, and it's a cultural thing, but an individual thing too. It starts at a household, right? But that comes from money management. That comes from, you know, lack of money management, not understanding how money works. Like, I remember when I was in a point of my life where, even like, let's talk about when I was working, right? And didn't own a business or anything of that nature. I remember living paycheck to paycheck. And now I can remember why that happened. And it's because I will put my wants over my needs. I may want this shirt, but do I need it? Right. And that's what I learned. And you know, and what does that a lot is you being on your phone. Like you're getting promoted to and branded to daily. So it's like, regardless of the fact that things that you want in your life, you're seeing too much things that's just like, oh wow, dude. Oh, and if I get that, that gives you instant gratification. But then you drop down to a lower frequency because you're like, fuck, damn, how I'm gonna pay these bills, or now I gotta go do this to pay these bills. Or I gotta go ask, you know what I mean, my parents or a friend to borrow money to do this. And I remember being in that point in life, and that's due to you not the individual, me not understanding how to manage my money, right? The normal average American knows how to spend money, right? And even when you obtain a lot of money, it's all in the word of God. You know, a fool shall part ways with his money, you know, if you don't educate yourself. You know what I'm saying? So if you have money, I'm sorry, because I'm going on rampant now. But to answer your question, I think it's really, you know, the mindset, the psyche of a person, and also just understanding how to manage money, understanding like, okay, if I make, let's say, I don't want to throw no large number out there. So like, let's say I make $5,000 a month or $4,000 a month. What are my expenses, right? You know what I mean? Like looking at your financial statements and like what are my needs? Like my mortgage, you know what I'm saying? If you got a car note or rent, it could be, you know what I'm saying? Like food, you know what I'm saying? Like just understanding what your needs are and just taking care of that, and understanding that the rest of that money, in the beginning, you have to save. Saving is not good in my eyes. Now that where I'm at, right, is good for different things like having rainy days for certain things, but investing is how you become wealthy, not successful, but you become wealthy, if that makes sense. I'm going in rampant. So if you got another question, I don't know what the heck I'm talking about now. I'm just flowing.
I got a question. I got a question based off of what you just said. So that's important what you just said for a lot of people that's on here that's trying to get to your level. You said saving is not really worth it. So my thing is this, like, I know you're not a financial advisor or whatever thing. So when it comes to saving, how much money do you think somebody should save based on their lifestyle before they can say, you know what, it gets to a point to where I need to just, any type of disposable income that I have that I'm not going to use for anything, or save up for like a trip or an like a higher than normal expense that I should use for investing?
It just depends on the person's well-being and what they're making, right? Like what I would say is like, so when I was talking about what I was talking about, right? And I was talking about saving, and I was like, saving's not good. But like when you're first starting, you have to save, right? So let's say you start saving some money. And to me, what I remember from my experience and me starting my business and certain things that I was doing personally, I was failing at certain things that I was doing because I was starting with not enough capital. And that's what, and with trading is the same thing. And that's what I realized. So like, say if you're in the beginning and you're just starting to save up and you got a couple of racks, right? You got like 5,000 or something like that. You could go ahead and risk that 5,000 or half that 5,000, like 2,500, and risk the other one on an investment or something like that and make some money off of it. But me, I'm more so like, all right, cool. I got 5. Let me keep working. Let me keep educating myself, because if I continue to educate myself, I get to learn more, right? And if I get to learn more, I could possibly, you know what I'm saying, figure out a business for that in the same process that I continue to save money, right? So by the time I'm like at 10 G's or 15 G's, I would like 20 more. Now I can play with 10 because I like snowball effects. You know what I'm saying? Like 10,000, 10% is $1,000. If you can make $1,000 every day, you'll quit your job. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean quit your job just because you've been doing it for like 3 weeks or something like that, right? You want to build momentum. You want to build momentum. And as you build that momentum, you want to accelerate and not celebrate. Because when you celebrate, you get stagnant. And that's what I've realized. And that's why you see a lot of like famous people. You think that they're celebrating because they're making all this money and now they're doing this. But did they really go on vacation? When was the last time they really went on vacation? You just think it's a vacation because they're on a business trip. But it's a vacation, but it's really not. They're not enjoying their time. You think Jordan's enjoying his time every single time he's flying out to these different states? No, he's on a business trip, but he gets to enjoy a couple of hours and he gets to and say, hey, I'm a traveler. I get to travel and do the things that I want. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to saving, that's what I would say. Like, you want to save a good amount of capital. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trading with $100, you're not going to make $1,000 like that. It's just not about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Percentage wise, it's just not about to happen unless you just make 15,000 percenter like somebody did in that I seen in the general chat, right? But yeah, you know, you gotta take baby steps and have a plan. You know what I'm saying? Did that make sense? There's people all in the chat.
It did. Yes, it did. Thanks, Moody.
Yeah, you're more than positive. Roth IRA, I didn't read the whole question, but just seeing somebody talk about Roth IRA, you know what I'm saying? I never invest into a 401k, but Roth IRA, definitely. My mom made me do that well, not at a super young age, but it was a young age. But the reason why is because I had a mentor, you know what I'm saying? My mentor, David, and my boy Speedy, and a lot of people that just seen me doing well and was telling me, hey, put your money over here, pay the taxes now so you don't get paid later. I mean, so you don't get taxed on it later. You know what I'm saying? That's what's great about a Roth IRA. You could become a millionaire, bro. Like, just do the math and know how much you have to invest, 5,000 to 2,500 a year. You know what I'm saying? Know the cap and what you can do with it, and everybody can become a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? It's just setting yourself up for that. You know, get yourself some life insurance. You know what I'm saying? Leave your family something behind. You know what I mean? Don't think about, oh, I'm paying this premium a month for this. That's the way they get you out of it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and it's always best to do it like, you know, when you're young. And it's just because I sold life insurance, right? So it's good to do that when you're young because the premium is going to be lower, especially before you start smoking or vaping, because the premium is going to be lower, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? If you're healthy as heck, your premium is going to be lower. You know, if you're about to have a baby, you know, I think it's not 2 days. I think it's like, it's either 2 to 7 or 2 to 10 days after the baby's born, you could get life insurance on your newborn baby, which is going to be fairly cheap. What if you pass the next day and you leave them $1 million or a couple of $100,000? You know what I'm saying? You know, getting life insurance, setting it up for your families, and y'all dabbling into that. Hey, you want to open a business? What's your business plan? All right, what's your business model? Got you. Let's go get this loan. Be your own bank. But these are like tools and resources that we don't have a clue about. A lot of people don't, because we weren't exposed to this kind of stuff, right? But that leads me to dropping the beans, but I ain't gonna drop the beans. But you know what I'm saying? Jordan's working on a whole nother Discord, right? That's not gonna be nothing about trading options. That's gonna be exactly what we're doing here, wanting to help people, but teaching you a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, anybody got any more questions? Let me read this chat. I disagree, kind of. Mary Lynn, you disagree, kind of. What's your disagreement? Talk about it. Let me see what you.
Oh no, sorry. It was just when you were saying, hey, you don't really have to save, you don't have to do this. And I think there's just like I think you clarified later, there's different forms of saving. So then the way that I do it, I just basically live below my means. So whatever extra I have, I just put into the stock market, right? So I'm really good at just buying shares and letting that multiply and just letting it sit there, right? I'm trying to get into the option things. Options isn't really working for me, right? So then that's where I'm kind of like, what's not clicking? I can, stocks appreciate, I don't have to do anything. It just sits there, it just multiplies.
Facts. I love that you just said that because it just rings a bell from the conversation I was having with Jordan earlier this morning, where we were just tripping and laughing like off of his swing. He killed that Sava swing, and he's just like, yo, bro, I'm chilling. I know you've been dollar cost and averaging. Like, look where the market's at, bro. Like, we just love to keep buying stocks, like especially when it's bloody and it's a bear market, because it's going to continue to pop back up. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, we were just talking about the obsession and addiction that we have with like weekly just buying different shares up. Yeah, but definitely. Yeah. I agree with what you said too. And I don't and now that you said, I don't think you even disagree with me. It was more so saying it in a different way. But yeah, living below your means, is literally identifying your needs over your wants. You know what I'm saying? Once you can identify that and you understand, like, I don't need to go to Houston's and eat dinner. I have food in my house. Let me cook in my house. You know what I'm saying? When you start, hey, let me not eat out. Let me not worry about going to the movies. Let me not do this. And what I tell people is like, too, like, even when, when I was working or when I ain't have shit, it's like, I understood, like, bro, I'm not about to have a car note. Let me go get me a bullshit car. Even though my first, I'm gonna talk about that, but let me go get a bullshit car, right? A Honda or anything where I don't have to pay a car note that cost me anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000. Now I don't have to fork out money. I just gotta change the oil, put gas into this car. Right? Some people want to impress other people and say, hey, let me get a Beamer, let me get this, and let me get that. Now you're paying, depending on your credit score, now you're paying a premium a month, to own that car that's still not yours.
No, I totally agree. Because it's like sometimes you get a raise in your job or you got a bonus. I deserve this car. I deserve this. And it's just like, dude, like you don't need to have all the extra stuff. So like my car is like maybe 11, 12 years old, but it still runs. Like the only thing I have to change every 4 or 5 years are the tires and the brake pads. Like that's it. So it's like, I could have a nicer car. I should be rolling in a BMW. I should be doing this, but do I need to? So then I say, no, let me do something else. So and you have to teach that to your kids too. So your kids have to know they can't have Dunkin' Donuts every day. They can't have iced coffees. You know what I mean? Like teaching, like even what's going to Starbucks. Like my daughter noticed that she got her Christmas money or birthday money, and then she was going to Starbucks every day. She goes, "Wow, I spent the whole $100, just at Starbucks." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, like think about it, So then it starts getting kids to think, "Geez, I should really be wiser with my money."
Yeah, it's like, Mom, when you go to the grocery store next time, do we have a coffee maker or something like that? Do we ground the beans or do we get grounded coffee? Let me get the Starbucks coffee. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get fancy with it, let me go buy a Froster. You know what I'm saying? And just do the things yourself, right? Because that $15 coffee that you're buying at Starbucks, you can make it at your house for $1. And those are the things, those are the tricks right there. It's like living below your means. Thank you for saying that, right? Because that hits the nail on the head, right? I was saying it a different way, but that's like so perfect. Living below your means is what's gonna get you to the next hump. And when you feel like life is getting hard, or even your learning curve or something like that, that's the fucking dream. Sorry for cursing, but that is the dream. That's what I realized. That is the dream. Why? Because when you're just going hard, and you feel like you can't go no more, and you go hard, you go into a flow state, and you just start flowing with it, and you're living in your God body. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, most definitely, man. I definitely appreciate everybody for engaging. I love it when people engage and just elaborate on things. You're more than welcome, Mary Lynn. Thank you to you. Thank you to you, truly. And just truly, I really appreciate everybody from the bottom of my heart. Like I always end it, may the Lord continue to bless everybody from the crown of their heads to the sole of their feet, right? And just remember who you are, research yourself, research information, And don't forget, I don't want to offend anybody, but I just have it in my heart. Don't forget that God's real, right? You may go through things in life and experience things, and you may have felt like, man, nah, this ain't real or that's not real. Man, I promise you, just speak with your heart. Don't pray with your words. Use your words, but pray with your heart. Let people feel that. Well, we're talking about God. Let God feel that. You know what I'm saying? Cleanse yourself. Go get a shower. He sent you here clean.
Pretty sensitive language out there.
But yeah, that's all I gotta say. But peace out. Love everybody.
Why don't you come on into town with us? We got a nice room you can stay in until you find the right kind of job.
All right, I'm gonna mute that guy. But looking at the chat, appreciate everybody, man. Thanks for the positive. Of course, bro. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all energy. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Moody out of here because I got things to do. I've been heard my alarm go off.
All right, Moody. We'll see you tomorrow, bro. I know you're doing all night. See you tomorrow.
Right. Peace out, man.